The events of the film unfold in the near future. In the opening scene, we see a woman trying to get rid of large warts on her body on her own, speaking in a frightened tone to someone on the phone. Suddenly a strange noise catches her attention, and she goes to check what is going on. Her panic escalates, she screams that she has already called the police. Someone attacks her from behind and takes her life. A news broadcast reports on the success of Zoe Shannon, the head of the largest cosmetic brand in the United States, Shell, a clinic that promises eternal youth. Watching the broadcast is 40-year-old Samantha Lake, an actress going through a crisis. Sam constantly attends auditions, but she is no longer young, and in terms of appearance she loses out to most of her competitors. At another audition, Sam runs into aspiring actress Chloe Benson, whom she once looked after as a nanny. 10 years have passed since their last meeting. They exchange a few words until Sam is called in by the casting director for her audition. Her agent had promised her a meeting with the director, but it turns out he could not make it due to a packed schedule. The woman did not prepare for the audition, assuming her agent had arranged everything, and as a result she fails the tryout. Once Sam gained recognition, thanks to a show that was successful at the time, but since then she has not received invitations to any serious projects. Because of the stress, Sam's psoriasis, which she is deeply ashamed of, worsens. Medication no longer helps. Constant failures at auditions drive Sam into despair. The latest role went to Chloe, far less experienced but young and beautiful. Sam's agent and a producer recommend that she turn to the Shell clinic for rejuvenation procedures. She does not believe it is time for that yet, but the agent insists that without it her dreams of continuing a film career will go up in smoke. During a workout at the gym, Sam asks her friend Lydia what she thinks about Shell. Lydia says that their methods work. After all, Zoe Shannon has become the richest woman in the United States, and she looks absolutely stunning. In addition to her career, the woman is also trying to fix her personal life. She goes on a date with a man who finds her face familiar. Sam says she once appeared on a show, but that was a long time ago. After dinner in a taxi, they grow closer, but when the man notices Sam's psoriasis, he pulls away and says that he has to be up early for work the next morning, so it would be better for them to meet another time. At home, she watches an interview with Zoe Shannon. It is hard to believe that this woman is already 60 years old. The next day, full of determination, Sam heads to the Shell office. The receptionist asks her to sign a non-disclosure agreement to protect their more high-profile clients. A presentation by Dr. Thaddeus Brand, Shell's leading scientist, is being broadcast on the wall. He managed to introduce the DNA of certain marine creatures into the human genome, crustaceans in particular, whose telomerases have built-in protection. This is how Dr. Brand found a way to stop the external signs of aging. However, at the last moment Sam changes her mind and walks away. Dr. Hubert calls out to her, asking what is wrong. The woman explains that all of this is not for her. The doctor suggests they talk, and if even after that she is not convinced, it will be her final decision. He explains that the therapy not only rejuvenates, but also promotes skin regeneration. Sam would have a chance to get rid of her psoriasis forever and start a new life. The woman eventually agrees. Before the procedure, she runs into Chloe, who despite being only 22, also uses Shell's services. Dr. Hubert and his assistant begin the procedure. During it, Sam sees strange dreams. When everything is over, she feels absolutely wonderful. There is no trace of her psoriasis left. The first thing Sam does is go to pick up her cat, Salem, from the veterinary clinic. Under the door of her apartment, she finds an envelope with an invitation to Zoe Shannon's Christmas party at her private residence. The woman can already feel her life changing for the better. Lydia is even a little envious. After all, it is such an opportunity. If Sam used to get tired quickly during workouts, now she has much more energy. At last the day of the party arrives. Sam is very nervous, especially when Zoe approaches her to greet her personally. Zoe has seen every episode of the show Sam starred in. It is a bit silly, but fun. The table is set with exquisite delicacies. Before everyone raises their glasses, Zoe says that she and Sam are like cousins. This throws the latter into confusion. She would like to be like Zoe. After tasting the dish on her plate, Sam asks what it is. Zoe says that it is her old skin and that it contains a great deal of protein. Hearing this, Sam barely suppresses her gag reflex, yet she tries the dish again. Sipping wine, she chats with one of the guests, who muses that wrinkles on a face evoke melancholy. Later still, when the other guests go swimming, Sam wanders around the house and accidentally comes across Zoe's room. Unconsciously the woman begins to peek inside, until Zoe notices her. Sam tries to excuse herself, saying that she was just looking for the bathroom, but Zoe is not angry at all and invites her in. For Miss Shannon, the first therapy session was the best one, and she wants Sam to have the same experience. Feeling awkward, she says that something has always prevented her from truly opening up. She always dreamed of success, but no one, not even her mother, ever believed in her. Zoe promises Sam that a new her will be born very soon. After their heart-to-heart talk, they return to the guests. Success does not take long to arrive. Sam lands the coveted role, gains confidence and fame, even though only 3 months have passed. She is constantly invited to photo shoots. Passers-by recognize her on the streets. Sam and Zoe become close friends, spending a lot of time together. The woman also moves to a new place and radically changes her life overall. She no longer has psoriasis, which allows her to date different men without embarrassment. One day Zoe shares that her partner, Roni, was reluctant to have children for a long time. She waited many years and gave birth very late, which is why her children are so young. At the moment Zoe and Roni do not live together, they are co-parents, and this arrangement suits them perfectly. When Lydia opens Sam's refrigerator, she sees nothing but Shell products inside. Lydia remarks that Sam is turning into a second Zoe. Soon there will be nothing left of her own individuality. Suddenly Lydia notices a wart on Sam's neck, one that had never been there before. Hubert removes the wart, assuring her that there is nothing to worry about, that it is just excess skin. But Sam is still anxious because it is far too early for molting. As she drives home, she gets the feeling that the car behind her is following her. A few minutes later Detective Flores and Detective Abramson appear on her doorstep. They are there regarding the disappearance of Chloe Benson. Sam says that she knows nothing. She was not close with Chloe. When Sam tells Zoe about this, she says that perhaps those people were not real police officers at all, but spies trying to uncover Shell's secrets. Competitors have long been attempting to reproduce the formula, but without success. When Zoe is distracted by a phone call, Sam notices a new wart on her own arm, to her horror. Still she tries not to fixate on it, believing that everything is under control. After all, that is what Dr. Hubert said. Nevertheless, a sense of anxiety does not leave her. A late-night phone call makes her flinch. On the line, Sam hears Chloe's voice. She says that something is wrong with her, and that someone is constantly watching her. The next day she tells Lydia about it. Lydia was recently hired as her personal assistant. The call came from a blocked number, so it is impossible to trace. Left alone in her trailer, the woman lifts her pant leg and sees even more warts on her ankle. Filming is starting soon, and Sam does everything she can to keep herself together. She also has an interview scheduled for that day, one that would be difficult to postpone. Sam refuses to appear on camera in short shorts. Because of her anxiety, she cannot concentrate on her role at all, and her performance is terrible. At one point she starts vomiting uncontrollably, right onto her co-star. Feeling extremely unwell, Sam tries to leave the set, when suddenly a journalist blocks her path. He is there for the interview. Sam vomits on him as well. She locks herself in her trailer and texts Zoe, asking her to come over. She arrives immediately. Sam says that something is wrong and shows her the warts, which are multiplying all over her body. Miss Shannon takes her away with her, and once home immediately calls someone from the clinic. Sam wishes it were Hubert, but it turns out that he has been fired, allegedly because of a conflict with Dr. Brand. She asks Zoe whether she has managed to find out anything about Chloe. Zoe replies that Chloe has gone to Paris to sign a contract with a modeling agency. Sam knows that this is a lie, and it is far from the only lie. Perhaps Shell is concealing some dangerous side effects. While Zoe goes to the kitchen to make tea, Sam heads to the bathroom. Zoe brings the tea. Sam takes the mug, but does not rush to take a sip. Zoe asks whom her friend was calling. It was audible through the walls. Sam lies, saying that she was talking to herself. Zoe cannot allow Sam to leave. If anyone were to see those disgusting growths, it would damage her brand. Zoe still believes that she is doing a good thing. Millions of women are discriminated against because of their age, but Shell has found a way to put an end to it. At that moment Sam throws the hot tea into the woman's face and escapes through the balcony. Cornelius, Zoe's personal driver, chases after her. Lydia picks Sam up. It was Lydia she had spoken to on the phone. Together they drive away. Sam's skin condition continues to deteriorate rapidly. She meets with the detectives at a cafe and tells them about her suspicions. Sam has proof, a recording of her last conversation with Zoe. The detectives remind her that under state law, recording someone without their knowledge is prohibited. Sam also signed a non-disclosure agreement at the clinic. The woman realizes that the detectives are in league with Shell. Meanwhile Cornelius knocks on the window of Lydia's car. Detective Flores tells Sam that she is ill, and that given the specific nature of her condition, proper help can only be obtained at Shell. Sam pretends to agree and asks for permission to step away to the restroom before they leave. She tries to escape, but Cornelius blocks her path. Realizing she is trapped, Sam runs into the kitchen area. After throwing her pursuers off the trail, she calls a taxi. Because the car is controlled by autopilot, strict speed limits are enforced. Sam tries to take control, but to no avail. The detectives are already on her tail. However, at a traffic light, a truck crashes into their vehicle. This allows Sam to get away. That evening, Dr. Hubert hears a knock at the door and does not expect to see Sam on his doorstep. She shows him her warts. Hubert says there is very little time and that they need to go to the clinic immediately, but Sam refuses, asking him to do everything right there. Hubert gives her a painkiller, pours a special solution into the bathtub and asks Sam to immerse herself. Waking up in the morning, she is relieved to find that the warts are gone and thanks the doctor. He assures her that he did not know even half of what was going on at Shell, and that if he had known, he would never have persuaded Sam to undergo the therapy. While Hubert is making coffee, Sam discovers medication in his bathroom prescribed to Chloe Benson and demands an explanation. The man says that Chloe was his patient and that she developed similar side effects. She also came to him for help, which led to an affair between them. Hubert tried to stop the process of skin ossification, but for some reason the effect was the opposite. Sam wants to see Chloe right now and calls out to her. Hubert begs her to stop if she does not want to get hurt. Realizing that Sam will not change her mind, Hubert grabs her, but she fights back and locks herself in one of the rooms. Looking through the peephole of the next door, Sam sees Chloe, or rather what used to be Chloe. When Sam comes out, she finds Hubert on the floor, fatally wounded. Before she can understand what is happening, Cornelius grabs the woman and renders her unconscious. Sam regains consciousness in some kind of warehouse. Sitting in front of her are Randolph Chan, Shell's chief legal counsel, and Thaddeus Brand, the company's leading scientist who patented the product. They explain that Sam has developed an undesirable side effect, just like Chloe. Zoe appears and threatens that if Sam does not agree to their terms, her career and success will come to an end. Shell offers her its services free of charge for life. This way she will have beauty and youth, she will shine on screens and fulfill all her dreams. Zoe is sure that without being attractive, a person is nothing. It takes Sam quite some time to realize that people like Zoe are wrong. Appearance is not the most important thing. Why should a person have to conform to someone else's ideas of beauty standards in order to be happy and fulfilled? Sam refuses to cooperate and intends to take Chloe away from here. In response, Zoe only laughs and shows Sam what Chloe has become. Hubert was unable to stop the process of uncontrolled cell division, and according to Dr. Brand, the patient mutated, ceasing to be human. Now she is much closer to crustaceans. Suddenly the monster smashes the glass of its cell and takes the lives of Brand and Chan. Sam runs for her life and finds Lydia in the laboratory. Cornelius suddenly appears, but at that very second Chloe does as well. Resembling a giant lobster, she attacks him. Zoe, wielding a stun gun, chases Sam and Lydia. Both women hide. Searching for them, Zoe sarcastically says that she arranged the role for Sam out of pity, because even after all the therapies she would never have passed the audition. Sneaking up from behind, Sam knocks Zoe out. At that moment the monster Chloe slips into the laboratory. Zoe locks herself inside a transparent capsule. Chloe activates a computer and leaves. Zoe screams, begging Sam for help, but she only watches with pleasure as the woman, subjected to electric current, suffers. She had no chance of holding out for long. Some time passes. Sam's acting career is thriving. She has also published a book in which she condemned Shell's actions, even though the company's services continue to be in enormous demand. Only after loving herself the way she is did Sam become truly happy. That is where the secret of success lies. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel not to miss more exciting new products. Also, the authors will be pleased if you leave your opinion in the comments.